Okay, percent model. So let's go ahead and let me just zoom in a little bit so we can read this together. Here are the steps that we need to do. Draw the model, set up proportion, and then solve. And you don't have to write the words if you don't want to. You know, writing the words is optional. You don't need to write all these words out. Just the model, the proportion, and then solve. So you just title your paper percent model. Okay, remember we're making models, so, and you don't have to make it really big. This is 100%, right? These is my percent numbers. Okay, here's number one. I just put it to the side, and it says 50 is 20% of what number? Well, right away you can see you have 20%, right? 20%. So I don't know, that's 50, that's probably right down here, right? 20%. So right away you know that as far as the proportion goes, that we have 100s on the bottom, right? And 20%, I already know this number right here, that's 20. Okay, what else do we know? It says 50 is 20% of what number? 50 out of something is 20%. 50 out of something. So 50 would be is that the total? Is 50 the total, or is 50 just the part? It is the part. We don't know this right here. We don't know the total. It's 50 out of something. And notice the key words here. Of what number? 50 is 20% out of some number. So this is probably the most difficult part right here for students, is to figure out, you know, where the number goes. Is it this? Is it part? Or is it the whole? That's the most difficult part, I think, for many students. Okay, so this is your proportion, and if you want to, you can just go down the page, or you can go a little bit to the side. If you wish, you could have put this proportion to the side right here. It's up to you. You know, you don't have to make these things giant sizes. All right, and then I will use my shortcut method, and I think I'm just gonna put it right below it here. So I have x equals, and my shortcut method is whatever's diagonal of x goes in the bottom. And the other two numbers, these two numbers here, the pair, that goes on top. So that may be kind of hard to see, but it's 50. And I'm going to put a dot for times in the center. That's a times. And those are your numbers. And then you would just take a calculator and do that. I think I can do it mentally here. 20 goes into 100 5 times. 5 times 50. I think the answer is 250, isn't it? 250. Okay, I am writing very large so you can see it. You don't have to write this large. All right, just enough so I can see it when you put it, when you take a picture of it. So again, you could put a model over here and then put the proportion on this side. You could do that. Matter of fact, the next one I'll just do that just to illustrate it. But you know you have to make a model. It doesn't have to be very long. That's 100%. You know, this is my percents on the bottom. And the problem is, what number is 70% of 250? What number is 70%? Well, 70%, you know that is, so that's about Where, about here maybe? 70%. And let's see, what number is 70% of out of 250? Of 250. All right, that's the total. This is just like the other one. Of 250. Of 250 is a total. So 250 is a total. So you don't know the is number. You don't know that. As a matter of fact, look at it. It says what number is. You don't know the is number. You don't know the part. So now I'm going to put the proportion over to the side this time. Again, you don't have to write real large, just enough so I can see it. And let's see what numbers we have. We have 70%, that's 70 over 100, and then something over out of 250. Okay, this is one fraction, here's the other fraction. Now you can write underneath it or you can write to the side, it doesn't matter. X equals, okay, here's X. Whatever's diagonal goes at the bottom. And the other two numbers go on top. 250 times 70. Okay, and I might be able to squeeze that in there. So use the calculator, find the answer. Okay, my phone's charging, so I'll just use this one. 250 times 70 divided by 100. I get 175 as the answer. 175. And that is it. Okay, so you can write sideways like this, or you could go down the paper. But if they start blending together, you may want to go ahead and separate them. That's fine, you can do that. So if those people are a little messy, just go ahead and box it off. Okay, number 3. Again, make your model. Again, doesn't have to be very big. 100%. This is a percents down below. And if you want to get your proportion set up, you can do that. You know this is going to be 100 right down there. And let's see the question is. Question is, work with me, paper. Work with me. What percent, okay, we don't know the percent. What percent of 20 is 4? So that, what percent is 4 out of 20? See, I could have rewrote that. Okay, can you see, I just kind of rewrote it. It says, what percent of 20 is 4? You could say, what percent is 4 out of 20? You see the is 4, of 20, is 4 out of 20. All right, we don't know the percent. 4 out of 20. 4, here's 20, and let's say 4 is right here. Excuse me, 4 is right there. You don't know the percent. 4 out of 20 is what percent? So let's see, here's our fraction, 4 out of 20. You don't know the percent. And so now we just solve from here. This is our model, and this is our proportion. Just gonna slide it over. And remember, whatever's diagonal of x goes in the bottom. 20's on the bottom. The other two multiply on top. 4 times 100. So now we use a calculator, and I think you don't need one. 20 goes in there 5 times. 5 times 4 is, I think our answer is 20. The answer is 20%, because it's asking for a percent number, right? What percent? The answer is 20%. Okay, I'm just going to kind of separate this so it don't get mixed up. Here's number 4. I make the model. 100%. Right? If you don't want to put the percent sign anymore down here, that's fine. Okay, I'm just going to get my proportion ready. 100's down here. And let's see what the question asks for. Number 4. 10 is 5% of what number? 10 is, okay, 5%. Oh, okay, we know a percent. 5% out of 100, well, that's way down here, so 5%. And now, is this our total, 10? Is that the total, or is that the part? 10 is. Of what number? That's the is number, isn't it? 10 is 5%. 10 is equal to 5%. 10 and 5% are equal. So we don't know the of number. That's what we don't know. Again, putting these two numbers there is probably the most difficult part. So let's plug those numbers in. So let's see, we have 5%. That goes over the 100. These two, 10 over something. Ten over something is 5 over 100. All right, let's, x equals the one diagonal of x goes at whatever's diagonal of x goes on the bottom. The other pair goes on top. So this is 10 times 100. So let's see. Well, 5 goes into 10 twice. And 2 times 100, right? 2 times 100. See, I'll just do this. This I just do mentally, but 5 goes in there once, 5 goes in there twice. 2 times 100 is 200. Now, you don't have to do this. You can use a calculator. That's fine. Okay, I'm just going to separate this. Again, you don't have to go sideways. You can go down like I did with number 1. You can do that way if you like. Whatever's easier for you. You may need 2 pieces of paper. For 5, we'll make our model. 100%. All right, I'll make it the proportion. And now we'll take a look at the question. Question is, number 5, it says 40% of what number is 82? 40% of some number is 82. 40%, okay, we know the 40%, so I will put that down here. 40 out of 100, so let's say it's about halfway. Right? That's 40%. 40 out of 100. That goes right here. 40% of something is 82. 82. What is 82 of some number? 40% is 82% of some number. So which one is it? Is 82? Of what number? We don't know the of. So if you notice, it was the same problem as before. You see that? Of what number? Of what number? You see that? They just moved the words around. They put the percent in the front. They put the is 10 or 10 is right there. See that? They same structure, just move things around. So we solve it, 82 over x. All right, whatever's diagonal of x, you put at the bottom. That's our shortcut. So here's x, this goes at the bottom. The other two, this other pair, goes on top. Now you can use your calculator to figure it out. You're probably waiting on me, huh? Okay, so I'll do it real quick. So it's 82 times 100 divided by 40. So 82 times 100 divided by 40. And I get 205. 205. And one way you could check your answers is to see if it's reasonable. See how this one's smaller than 100? This has to be smaller than the bottom, 205. It is. So you can kind of think of it that way. So again, you can go down the paper or you can go sideways. Some people go down and then come back up to this side and then go down. So it's up to you.